Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 2-3 of November 2014. So let's move on to question number 1. So here we have the expression f of x is given by this. Has a factor of x minus 2. Okay, so part 1, show that the value of p is equal to 10 and express f of x as a product of a linear factor and a quadratic factor. So first let's show this. P is equal to 10. So from the main question we see that we have a factor of x minus 2. So we have to use this to show that p is equal to 10. So pretty easy. So let's equate this to 0. The value of x will be equal to 2. So now let's replace this back in the equation. So f of 2, that will be 3 times 2 power 3 plus 8 times 2 power 2 plus, so minus 33 times 2 plus p. Let's see what do we get. So when this is a factor of this, it means that what you get is supposed to give you 0. Now let's solve this to find the value of p. So 3 times 8, so 3 times 8, that should be 24 plus 8 times 4, that should be 32, minus 66 plus p is equal to 0. So let's simplify. 24 plus 32 minus 66, that should be minus 10 plus p is equal to 0. So p is equal to 10. That is the first answer. P is equal to 10. Now express f of x as a product of a linear factor and a quad factor. So let's do that. So how do you find this factor? You have to perform the long division. So first let's write down the new equation. F of x is 3x cubed plus 8x squared minus 33x plus 10 for the value of p. Now we have to divide by this one because we know that it is a factor of the equation, so we have to use this as your factor again. X minus 2. Now the first thing is you see is here we have x and here we have 3x cubed. How can you make x becomes 3x cubed? You have to multiply this by 3x squared, right? So this times this give you 3x cubed. Then you have to also multiply this by this, give you minus 6x squared. So minus minus goes away, and this 2, 8 minus minus 6, that will be 14x squared minus 33x plus 10. So next step, how can you make x become this? You have to multiply by plus 14x. That will be 14x squared minus 2 times this, that will be minus 28x. So minus 33 minus minus become plus 28, that is minus 5x plus 10. And same thing again, so that will be multiplied by minus 5. Minus 5 plus 10. That will be 0. So that is how you find the factors of f of x. So the first one is x minus 2 times this one will be 3x squared plus 14x minus 5. This is your linear factor and this is your quad factor. This is your answer for part 1. Now for part 2, it says hence solve this equation. So now f of x is equal to x minus 2, 3x squared plus 14x minus 5 equal to 0. So we have to solve this. We have to factorize this. So let's do that. We have x minus 2, and what is this one? We can do this into 2 brackets equal to 0. So what is 3x squared? It is 3x times x, and 5 is 5 times 1. So for us to get plus 14 has to be plus 15 minus 1. Now let's find the values of x. So x for the first one, minus 2 equal to 0. X is equal to 2. That's the first value. This one will be 3x minus 1 equal to 0. x is 1 over 3. This one, x plus 5 is equal to 0, x is minus 5. So this is your values of x, and here you have solved the equation. That is your question number 1. Now let's move on to question number 2. We have a committee of 4, so we have to choose 4 people, is to be selected from 7 men and 5 women. So 7 plus 5 is 12 people. So we have to choose 4 people from 12 people. Find the number of different committees that could be selected if, first one, if there's no restriction. So if there's no restriction, it's pretty easy. From the 12 people, we just have to choose 4 people. 12, choose 4, that is 495. Now for part 2, there must be 2 male and 2 female. So pretty easy as well. So we know we have 7 male and 5 female. So from the 7 male, we have to choose 2 male, and from the 5 female, we have to choose 2 female. Let's see what we get. So 7 choose 2 times 5 choose 2. That will be 210. Now next part here we have a brother and a sister, Ken and Betty, are among the 7 men and 5 women. So part 3, find how many different committees of 4 could be selected so that there are 2 males and 2 female members, which must include either Ken or Betty, but not both. So it can only be either or, but not both. Okay, so first case number 1 has to include, let's say we include Ken. Okay, so now the group is 7 men, so 7 men, we have Ken, and then 6 men. So women is 5 women, we have Betty, and 4 women. That's the rest, that is just Ken and Betty. So for the first case, we include Ken. So let's say Ken is chosen, we choose Ken, and then we forget about him. That is 1 man. Now the rest will be, we have to choose 2 males, so 1 is selected already, so we have to choose from the 6 remaining, we have to choose 1, times from the 4 here, we have to choose 2 female, because we cannot put both of them in the one team. We can only choose Ken, and then the rest will be the other females and not his sister. So 6 choose 1 times 4 choose 2. That will be 36. Now case number 2, we include Betty. So we choose Betty, put Betty on the side, and then from the 4 girls remaining, we have to choose 1, times from the 6 men, we have to choose 2. So 4 choose 1 times 6 choose 2. That is 60. So let's see. So we have 2 males and 2 females, which must include either but not both. Okay, so that is, in both of these cases we have either but not both, so that is our total number of ways. 36 plus 60, that will be 96. Okay, that will be your question number 2. Question number 3, points A and B have points this and this respectively. C is the midpoint of the line AB. D is such that CD is given by this. So part 1, find the coordinates of C and D. So first is C is a midpoint of AB. So pretty easy. Midpoint, we have to use a formula, which is x1 plus x2. So x1 plus x2 minus 2 plus 4 is 2 divided by 2. y1 plus y2, that will be 12 divided by 2. That will be 1 over 6. And that is your point C. Now for your point D, here we have CD equal to this. So CD is equal to OD minus OC. It's given by 12, 9. So we have to find the point D. From this you can see that OD, it will be 12, 9 plus OC. So 12, 9 plus OC is 16. So 12 plus 1 is 13. 9 plus 6 will be 15. So that is your point D. So D is 13 and 15. So you have 2 points. So the point C is here and the point D is here. Now for part 2, show that CD is perpendicular to AB. So pretty easy, we just have to find the gradient of these two. So from part 1 you have that CD is equivalent to you by this. So CD is given to you by 12, 9. So it means that the gradient of CD is equal to this 9 over 12. That will be 3 over 4. Now let's find AB. AB is OB minus OA. So OB is 42 minus 12 and 10. That should be 6 and minus 8, which means the gradient of AB is given to you by minus 8 over 6. That is just minus 4 over 3. Now the way you prove that they are perpendicular, you have to multiply their gradients. So this times this is supposed to give you 3 over 4 times minus 4 over 3. That will give you minus 1. So by showing that the product is minus 1, hence it is perpendicular. So you have to show this equal to this, and this means that they are perpendicular. Now for part 3, find the area of the triangle ABD. So let's say, so there's a few ways you can find this. One of the ways, I will try to see how can we do this. So we have a line AB, sorry, this is A, B, and we have a point C, which is the midpoint of this line, right? Point C, and then the point C meets with point, we have a point D, which is perpendicular. As you have seen, CD is perpendicular to AD. So basically, let's say D is in this direction. This is D. So now we have to find this area of triangle. So how do you find area of triangle? You will do half times base times height. The base is AB and the height is CD, right? So let's find those two lengths. So we know AB is equal to 6 minus 8, so 6 minus 8. So what is the magnitude? That will be square root of 36 plus 64. So 36 plus 64, that should be 100, which means it is 10. Now same thing for this. CD is given to you by 12, 9. This is according to your question. So magnitude of CD, square root of 144 plus 81. So 144 plus 81, square root of that should be 15. Now replace these values back in your equation. So area is half times base is AB is 10, and times height, which is 15. That will be 5 times 15, that will be 75 units square. This is your area of triangle of ABD. And that is your question number 3. Let's move on to question number 4. So the profit P made by a company in its nth year is given by this formula. In its first year, the company has made $2,000 profit. So first year is N equal to 1. First year, this much profit. Part 1, show that we can form this equation. So let's do that. So first, let's replace these values back in the equation. Profit is 2,000, so 2,000 equal to 1,000 E, A, N is 1 plus B. That is, so let's simplify this. So that will divide by 1,000. You will have 2 equal to E, A plus B. Now if you apply ln on both sides, That will be ln2 a plus b. Now next step, if you simplify this, that will be ln2 equal to a plus b ln e. Now ln e is equal to 1. So your value here, let's continue. That will become ln2 equal to a plus b. This is the same as this, shown as required. Now for part 2, in the second year is n equal to 2. The company made a profit of this much. This is the value of p in the second year. Now part 2, find another linear equation connecting a and b. So same steps again. When p is equal to 3297, the value of equation is 1000. E, a, n is 2 plus b. That is just the equation. Replacing the values, you will have this. Now divide by 1000, you will have 3.297 equal to e 2a plus b. Apply ln on both sides. That will have 2b ln e 2a plus b. And finally, continue here, you will have ln 3.297 is equal to 2a plus b. This is 1. Okay, that is the other linear equation that we have. So this is and this is. Now part 3, solve the two equations to find the value of a and b. So in part A we have a plus b equal to ln 2. In part 2 we have 2a plus b is equal to ln 3.297. So let's make b the subject of formula. So b is equal to ln 2 minus a. Now replace this in this. You will have 2a plus b, which is ln 2, minus a equal to ln 3.297. Okay, let's continue here. You will have 2a minus a is a ln 3.297 on one side. Now we send this over this, you will have minus ln 2. So ln 3.297 minus ln 2, that is 0.4998. That will be 0.500, correct to 3SF. That is your value for A. Now what is the value for B? B will be ln 2 minus A. So ln 2 minus 0. So answer. That will be 0.193. Value for B. So let's double check. So ln 3.297 minus ln 2. Yep, that is correct. So two values, A is this and B is this. Now for part 4, using the values of A and B, find the profit in the 10th year. So 10th year is n is equal to 10. Profit is P. So find the value of P when n is equal to 10. So the main equation is P is equal to 1000 exponential. A is 0.5 times n plus b, which is 0.193. So replace the value of n in this and find the p. So p will be 123 exponential 0.5 times n, which is 10, plus 0.193. So let's solve. So 0.5 times 10, this, plus 0.193. The exponential of this value times 1000. That will be 180.127. Sorry. So this is 7.767. Now let's write this correct to 3SF. That will be 180.123,000. That's the profit for the 10th year. Okay, now let's move on to question number 5. So here we have vectors. So in the diagram, OP is B. So this is OP as B. PQ is given to you by A. So this is PQ. OR is 3A. Next step, the lines OQ and PR intersect at the point X. So these two intersect at this point. Now, first question is given that OX is mu times this. Express OX in terms of mu A and B. OX is this, is mu times OQ. So let's find the value of OQ. OQ is this in this direction. To go from O to Q, we have to go from O to P and P to Q. So OX is equal to mu. OQ is O to P, P to Q. So OP is B plus A. That will be A mu plus B mu. That will be the value of X. Or you can write this, if you want, you can write in terms of a vector as well, but that's okay. Let's write this in this way. That is good enough. Now for part 2, given that Rx is mu Rp, so find Ox in terms of this. So Rx is Ox minus Or equal to lambda times Rp. Now where's Rp? Rp is in this direction. So from R going to P, we have to go R, O, OP. So Ox minus OR is equal to lambda times Rp is RO is minus 3A and OP is plus B. Now Ox is equal to minus 3 lambda A plus lambda B. Now plus OR, where's OR? OR is just 3A. Now let's simplify. So Ox here will be, so this is A and A, so let's bring this together. You have 3 minus 3 lambda plus lambda B. That's your equation for Ox in terms of A, B and lambda. Now this is, let's rewrite this down as mu A plus mu B. This is also Ox. Now part 3 is hence find the value of mu and lambda, state the value of this ratio. So first we have to find these two values. How can we find this? Observe that in the first part we have found the value of Ox, and here also we have Ox. So we can replace them in each other to solve them simultaneously to find the value of lambda and mu. So let's write this down. Part 1 is equal to part 2, which means Ox is equal to Ox. Now part 1 is mu A plus mu B is equal to 3 minus 3 lambda A for part 2 plus lambda B. Now this is this and this is this. So from this you can see that this, so mu is equal to lambda. That's the first equation. Now for this one we have mu is equal to 3 minus 3 lambda. Now replace this in this. You will have lambda equal to 3 minus 3 lambda. Now send this one over here, you will have 4 lambda equal to 3. So lambda is equal to 3 over 4. Okay, so now we have to find this ratio. If you observe here, we have Rx is equal to lambda Rp. So lambda is equal to 3 over 4 Rp. This is Rx. Right. Now you want to find the ratio of Rx over Xp. So basically, if you look at the drawing, you will see Rp is this big line. So this is the big line Rp. This is Rp. And X is right here. So Rx is 3/4 of Rp, which means that Rx is 3 and Xp is 1. Right? Because Rp is 4. So Rp is 4. Rx is 3. So Rx is 3, Rp is 4, which means Xp is only 1. So ratio will be, the ratio, Rx is 3, Xp is 1, it is 3. And that will be your answer for question part 3 of question number 5. Okay, so let's move on to question number 6. Variables x and y are such that ln y is plotted against 3 power x. ln y, 3 power x, you have a straight line. Now, we have these 2 points. We have to find the equation of this line in the form of this, where m and c are constant to be found. So first step is we can find the value of m. M is the gradient of the line. See, because if you compare, we have 3x, y equals to m x plus c. This is your usual equation of line. So if you compare, m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. So to find m, we have to use the 2 points. So 4, 19, and 9, 39. M will be same always, y2 minus y1. So 39 minus 19, and x1 minus, so x2 minus x1. 39 minus 19, that will be 20. Divide by 5, that will be 4. That's your value of m. Now for the value of c in this equation, let's say right now we have ln y equal to m is 4 times 3x, 3 power x plus c. So to find this value of c, we have to use a point. So let's use this point. We have to use 419. This is this value, my x line value, which is 3x, and this is my y-axis, which is my ln y axis now. That will be my ln y. Replace back in the equation, you will have 19 equal to 4, 3x plus c. So c is equal to, so we have to replace this by 4. So c is equal to 19 minus 4 times this value here is 4. That will be 19 minus 16. That will be 3. So just check 19 minus 16. That will be 3. So your value of c is equal to 3. So in that case, you have your equation ln y is equal to m is 4. So 4 times 3 power x plus c. This is your equation of line that you need to find. Now for part 2, find y when x equal to 0.5. Now use the same equation. So here we have ln y. We want to find this value of y when the value of x is 0.5. So let's solve. So here you will have 4 times 3 power 0.5 plus 3. That will be ln, sorry, 9.9282. That is ln y. Now y will be exponential of this. So if you want to send this over here, it has to be exponential. So exponential of answer, that should be the value of y. Y will be 209, so 20500. That will be correct to 3SF. So let's double check. So 4 times 3, so that is square root of 3 plus 3 and then root. Okay, that should be the same value. Okay, that will be your value of y, correct to 3SF. Now moving on to part 3, it says find the value of x when the value of y is equal to this. So again, we have to use the same equation. So we have ln y equal to 4 times 3x plus 3. Find the value of x when y equal to 2000. So ln 2000 equal to 4 times 3x plus 3. So now we have to make this the subject of formula. Let's try. First we send 3 on this side. You will have this is this. You will have ln 2000 minus 3. Right. Now this will become divide by 4. You will have 1 over 4 times this. Okay. And then to find the value of x, we have to take ln on both sides. So let's do that. Ln 3x ln 1 over 4. Okay, so why whenever you see something the power of x is up, we have a power of x. If you want to find that value, we have to take ln, so we can bring the x right here. So we can bring this x here. That will be ln 3 equal to ln times this minus 3. Now x is equal to ln 1 over 4 divided by ln 3. So let's do the inside first. We have ln 2000 minus 3 times 1 over 4, and then ln of that, ln of answer divided by ln of 3. That should be x is 0.127, correct to 3SF. And that will be your question number 6. Let's move on to question number 7. The function f and g are defined for the real values of x by these two equations. Part 1, find f inverse. So pretty easy as always. Let y equal to f, which is 2 over x plus 1. Now we have to make x become the subject of formula. So we have to send this one over here. You will have y minus 1 equal to 2 over x. Now, how can you make x go up? Pretty easy. Just do this. So we flip this side, x over 2, and we have also to flip this side. That will become 1 over this. Now to make x the subject, we just have to send this on top. You will have 2 over y minus 1. So that is your f inverse. That will be in terms of x, so you have 2 over x minus 1. Now for part 2, find this one. So which means g is g of f of x. Replace the value of x by f of x in g. So you will have f of x square plus 2. That will be 2 over x plus 1 power 2 plus 2. That will be 4 over x square plus 4 over x plus 1 plus 2. Now simplify, that will become 4 over x square plus 4 over x plus 3. That is this expression. Now for part 3, find f of g of x. So same thing. So f g of x. So you have 2 over g of x plus 1. That is 2 over x squared plus 2 plus 1. That should be it. Yeah. If you want to simplify, you can always do that, but you can stop here if you want to as well. So that will be 2 plus, so let's have the same base for both. That will be x squared plus 2. That will be 4 plus x squared over x squared plus 2. You can do that if you want to. If you want, you can just stop here as well. That will be your answer for part 3. Now for part 4, we have show that f of f equal to this and solve this equation. So first we know that it is given to us that f of x is given to you by 2 over x plus 1. Now what is this? It is just the same f of x, which is 2 over f of x plus 1. That is equal to 2 over, what is f of x? It is this, so it will be 2x plus 1 plus 1. Now let's simplify this first. So let's bring this to the side. So let's bring this to the side. You will have 2 over x plus 1 is equal to 2 plus x over x. Okay, that is 2 plus x over x. Now if you have this, so 2 over 2 plus x over x, it is equal to 2 over 2 plus x times x over 1. So this is x. So I hope that makes sense. So when you divide something, when you divide, let's say divide two fractions, if you divide a over b divided by c over d, it becomes a over b multiplied by d over c. I hope that makes sense. So same way here, when you have this divided by this, So 2 is basically the first one. 2 over 1 divided by 2 plus x over x is the same as 2 over 1 multiplied by x over 2 plus x. So same way, you will have 2x over 2 plus x. Now replace back in your equation, you will have, for this part becomes 2x over 2 plus x plus 1. Now let's make it become the same base. You will have 2x plus 2 plus x over 2 plus x. That will be 2x plus x, that is 3x, plus 2 over 2 plus x. This is shown as required. Okay, let me try this again because I feel like that can be confusing on this side. Let me try this again to see if I can make it become more simple. So basically now we have this. So f of x is equal to 2 over f of x plus 1. Now since the base are different, we have to make it become the same. So 2 plus, that will be f of x over f of x. So for your top here, let's make it become, so we have 2 plus f of x is what? Is 2 over x plus 1. That is equal to 2 over x plus 3. That is just the top, right? Simplified, that will be 2 plus 3x over x. Now f of x is given by 2 over x plus 1. That is 2 plus x over x. So we have this on top and this on the base. That should give you, on top you will have 2 plus 3x over x divided by 2 plus x over x. Now simplify, that should give you 2 plus 3x over x multiplied by x over 2 plus x. These two cancel out, you will have 2 plus 3x over 2 plus x. So this is the same answer shown as required. Okay, I hope that was more clear now. Now we have to solve this equation. So let's do this on this side. You will have 2 plus 3x over 2 plus x equal to x. So first thing, as always, we cross multiply. You will have 2 plus 3x equal to 2x plus x squared. So x squared plus 2x, we send this over here, you will have minus 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x squared plus 2 minus 3, that will be minus x minus 2 is 0. So we can factorize. That will be x times x, and what is 2? 2 is just 2 times 1. To get minus 1, you have to do minus 2 plus 1. So x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to 2. These two will be the values of x for this equation. And that is your question number 7. Let's move on to question number 8. A particle moving in a straight line passes through a point O. Now the displacement x meters is given to you by this equation. Part 1. Find the expressions for the velocity and the acceleration of the particle after t seconds. So as we know already, velocity v is equal to dx by dt. So we know x is this. Let's differentiate this to get v. That will be 5 minus 3. That will become, so that cos with minus sign. So minus sign minus, that will become plus sine 2t times 2, that will become 0. So that will give you 5 plus 2 times 3, that will be 6 sine of 2t. That is v. Now find the acceleration. It is equal to dv by dt. So again, we have to differentiate this one. 5 becomes 0. So this will become 12 cos 2t. That is a for your acceleration, and this is v for your velocity. Now for part 2, find the maximum velocity of the particle and the value of t at which it occurs first. So at max v, we have dv by dt is equal to 0. This is just a, as we have seen here. So basically we have 12 cos 2t is equal to 0. This gives you cos 2t is equal to 0. So 2t is equal to cos inverse of this. So we have to use radians. So cos inverse of 0, that is 1.570796. T will be what? Divide by 2, 0.785. That is your value of t. Okay. Now find the maximum velocity. So find v when t is equal to 0.785. So replace back in your equation. You have 5 plus 6 sine of 2t. That will give you what? So we have to use 5 plus 6 sine of 2. T is your answer. That will be 11. That should be 11 meters per second. Okay, now let's move on to part 3. Find the value of t when the velocity of the particle is first equal to 2 and its acceleration at this time. Now, so when the first, so find this, we have to find the value of t when v is equal to 2. So what is v? As we have seen, v is equal to 5 plus 6 sine of 2t is equal to 2, which means 6 sine of 2t is equal to 2 minus 5 is minus 3. So sine of 2t will be minus half. Minus half will be in this quadrant and in this quadrant. This one is the first value. This one is given by pi plus theta. So let's first find the value of theta. So theta is what? Sine inverse of half. So if you guys would know, if you go to radians, if you go to degrees, sine inverse of half should be 30 degrees, which is pi by 6, right? Now we have to find the value of 2t. So 2t is equal to this plus this. So this plus this will be pi plus pi over 6. That will be 3.665. So t is equal to this divided by 2. That will be 1.83 for your value of t. Now find this acceleration. So a is equal to 12 cos 2t. So now we have to use the exact value. So what is this exact value? So as you have seen, the value of 2t is equal to this plus this. So this plus this is this, right? So replace back here afterwards. So 2t is this. So acceleration 12 cos of 2t is, so let's see what we have. So 12 cos of answer, that should be so we have to use radians. So again, so pi by 6 plus pi, that is 2t. So 2t, we have 2t here. So 12 cos of answer, that should be minus 10 point something, minus 10.4 meters per second square. So let's double check in terms of decimal place because the value is not exact anyways. Let's do that. So what is pi? Pi is 180 plus 30, that is 210 in terms of degrees. Now 12 cos of 210, that should be, okay, that is confirmed, it should be this value. So again, the value of t is 1.83 and the value of acceleration should be minus 10.4. So you can just replace t because the value is not exact. You can just use this value of t. So you can just do 12 cos of 2 times t, which is 1.83. That should be 12 cos of, so 2 times 1.83, that should be 3.66. So 12, so let's use radians. So 12 cos of 3.66, that should give you the same value, minus 10.4 meters per second square. That is your question number 8. Let's move on to question number 9. So part 1, determine the coordinates and the nature of each of the 2 turning points on the curve. So first let's find the points, right? To find the points we have to find dy by dx. That is, so if you bring this up, let's rewrite this as 4x plus x minus 2 power minus 1, right? So dy by dx will be 4 minus x plus 2 minus 2, that will become 4 minus 1 over x minus 2 square. Now for the coordinates, we have to equate this to 0 for the turning points. Now first step is if you want to eliminate this, you have to multiply everywhere by this value. You will have 4x minus 2 square minus 1 equal to 0. Expand this 4 times x square minus 4x plus 4 minus 1 equal to 0. So 4x square minus 16x plus 16 minus 1 equal to 0. So 4x square minus 15x plus 16, that is 0. Now here we have to factorize to find the values of x, so we can try to see what can we find. So 4x is 2x times 2x, and 15 is 3 times 5. So to get minus 16, we can do minus 10 minus 6. So 2x times minus 3 is minus 6, minus 10 will be minus 16. So that is the correct factorization. So if you guys don't know how to do this, you can always use the formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4 times a times c divided by 2a, which is 8. You can always use this to find the values of x if you don't know how to factorize properly. So let's now find the values of x. For the first one, 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 2.5. This one, 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 1.5. Now find the corresponding value of y. So y is given to you by 4x plus 1 over x minus 2. So y is what? So 4 times x is 2.5 plus 1 over x minus 2, that is 0.5. That is 12. Now for this one, 4 times x, which is 1.5, plus 1 over, that will be 1.5 minus 2, that will be minus 0.5. That will be 4. So y is 4. So here we have 2 points. So the first point is 2.5 and 12, and we have 1.5 and 4. So we have we completed the first part of the question. Now we have to find the nature of these points. So to find the nature, we have to find d2y by dx2. d2y by dx2 is given by what? So we have to differentiate dy by dx. So let's do this here. So d2y by dx2. The first one is a constant that becomes 0. Then we have plus 2x minus 2 power minus 3. So that is 2 over x minus 2 power 3. Now for the first point, let's replace the value of x. So let's say when x equal to 2.5, so d2y by dx2 is equal to what? 2.5 minus 2 is 0.5 power 3 to divide by answer, that should be 16. So 16, which means that the value is more than 0, it is positive, so it means that this point 2.5 and 12 is a minimum point. And for this one, let's say x is equal to 1.5, you have 2, find d2y by dx2 at this value. That will be 2 divided by 1.5 minus 2 is minus 0.5 power 3. That should be minus 16. The value is less than 0. We say that this point is a maximum point. Okay, that will be your part 1 of your question. Let's move on to part 2. Now we have to find the equation of the normal to the curve at the point this 3, 13, and find the x coordinate of the point where the normal cuts the curve again. Okay, so we have two things to do here. First, we have to find the equation of the normal to the curve at this point. So at this point, so to find the equation, we have to find the gradient. So what is the gradient of the normal? So we first have to find the gradient of the tangent, which is dy by dx. So we know that dy by dx has been found from part 1 equal to 4 minus 1 over x minus 2 square. That is dy by dx from part 1. Now to find the gradient, we have to replace the value of x here in this equation. So dy by dx, when x is equal to 3, that will be 4 minus 1 over 3 minus 2 is 1, so 4 minus 1 is 3. So dy by dx, which is the tangent gradient, is 3. So from this, you will know that gradient of n, which is the normal, has to be minus 1 over 3. Now using this gradient and this point, we can find the equation of the normal. This is x and y. So y minus 13 over x minus 3 is equal to minus 1 over 3. Next step is to cross multiply. So you will have 3y minus 39 equal to minus x plus 3. So 3y equal to minus x plus, so we send this one over here, that will become 3 plus this, that will be 42. So that is the equation of your normal. Now it says find the x coordinates of the point where this normal cuts the curve again. So we have this first equation. Now what is the equation of the normal? It is y equal to 4x plus 1 over x minus 2. So here we have y and here we have y. Replace and solve simultaneously. So 3 times y is 4x plus 1 over x minus 2 equal to minus x plus 42. Now let's simplify. Let's bring this 3 inside. You will have 12x plus 3 over x minus 2 minus x plus 42. Now to remove this value here, we have to multiply everywhere by x minus 2. So that will become 12x times x minus 2 plus 3 minus x times x minus 2 plus 42 times x minus 2. Okay, so let's simplify. You will have 12x squared minus 24x plus 3 equal to minus x squared plus 2x and plus 42x minus 84. So first let's simplify these two terms. So you bring this over here, you will have 12 plus 1, that will be 13 x squared. Then you have the x, this one, this and this. So minus 24, so minus 24, that will be minus 2, minus 42, that should be minus 68x. Then for this one, so plus 3, we send this over here, become plus 84. That should be plus 87 equal to 0. Now we have to find the values of x. So this one seems some big numbers. We can try. So this is divided by 3, that'll be 29. So it's kind of complicated to find the factors of the values directly. So we can try. Okay, let me see. So what are the factors of 87? So 87 divided by 3, that should be 29. So what else? Let's see. 87 divided by 6, nope, not possible. Divide by 9, not possible. So let's see, we have to use those two to find the values of x. So that will be, so here we have 13x times x. Now 3 should be here, and this is 29. So let's see. So 13 times 3, so 13 times 3 plus 29, that should be 68. So that is good. That is a good factorization. So basically the value of x is equal to 3, which matches from the first value of x. Now for this one, we're looking for this one actually. X will be equal to 29 over 13. This is your answer for part 2. But hey, if you guys don't know how to factorize this, it seems kind of, there's big numbers, you can always use the formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus minus b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2a, which is 26. So hey, if you guys don't know how to do this one, you can always use the formula to find the two values of x. So this one is the first value. It was given to us already, as you can see here. This one. So we have to find the other value, so the x coordinate of the point where the normal cuts the curve again. So this one is the other point. So your answer will be x equal to 29 over 13. Okay, that will be your question number 9. Let's move on to question number 10. Prove that this left hand side equal to the right hand side. So let's try to do this. So first step, as you can see, the base are different. We have to do the LCM. Have to multiply them by each other. You will have 1 minus cos x times 1 plus cos x. Now you have to cross multiply. That will become 1 plus cos x plus 1 minus cos x. That will become, so what is this? If you observe, this is almost like a minus b and a plus b, which is a square minus b square. So same way, that will become 1 square minus cos square x, which is 1 minus cos square x, which is equal to sine square x. So the base become sine square x. The top will be, this 2 will go away. You have 1 plus 1, that is 2, which is 2. So what is 1 over sine? It is equal to cosec x. Now what is 1 over sine square x? It will be cosec square x. So same way, you will have 2 cosec square x. This is shown as required. Now for part 2, we have to solve this equation. So this is equal to 8 for this. So as you have seen from part 1, this becomes 2 cosec square x equal to value of 8. Now replace this back by sine square of x, right? Replace this back here. We will have 2 sine square x equal to, so first I would say, let's do something first. Let's just bring 2 here. You will have cosec square x equal to, divided by 2, you will have 4. And this will give you sine square x is equal to 1 over 4. Okay? Now from this, you will have sine square x is equal to, so sine x is equal to plus minus square root of 1 over 4, which is plus minus 1 over 2. So you have two values for this. So first one on the left hand side, let's write for the negative value. Sine x is equal to minus half, and sine x is equal to half. So for minus, For the negative value, it will be in your third quadrant and your fourth quadrant. Third will be 180 plus theta, and this is 360 minus theta. So what is the value of theta? That will be sin inverse of half. In degrees, that will be 30 degrees. So your value of x will be 180 plus 30, that will be 210. 360 minus 30, that will be 330. And for this one, the value of x is positive, that will be in the first quadrant and in the third quadrant. So first one will be directly, that will be 30 and 150. Okay, so the values of x is 30, 150, 210, and 330. That will be the values of x for this domain. And that was the last question of this paper. If you guys have any other questions or requests, leave a comment down below. I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Take care.